Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. Sorry I'm a bit late today as I've been busy for most of the morning. Anyway, for a start, that's the new Lincoln Navigator SUV. I quite like that design as it looks more conservative than the Cadillac Escalade, which has a reputation for being a rapper's car. And if I had that kind of money, that is the one I would buy. And also, if you're an American and you want one of those, the prices start at $80,000 before you add on the cost of all the extras and options. Anyway, those of you who are going in MGTOWs and looking at MGTOW content on YouTube, you'll know that there's lots of videos about women complaining about the lack of dating, success, and complaining in general about men in general on TikTok. So looking around, I didn't really find much in the way of MGTOWs, but I did find some interesting statistics which will give a more balanced view and a logical insight of what is actually going on in the US dating scene. And the first thing I found was this. As you can see, it's a site called Thriving Centrist Psychology. It's about the dating in 2023, i.e. this year here. And as you can see, it says single and dating. Here is where most singles are living in the US. Now, it's mostly just a article with graphics and then text, but the graphics are interested in what they show is going on. As in this one, 56% dating is harder now than previous years. Now, that 56 could be the number of American women saying dating is harder now in previous years. 35% have gone on fewer dates because of inflation. Now that could be guys, that could be the MGTOW effect, and that could be the TikTok effect. This bit I'm very dubious about, as it says 26% offering to split the bill more on dates because of inflation. And of them, 34% are willing to split the bill, but only 18% of men. But this, I can understand. 49% thinks it's socially acceptable to stalk a date online before going out. Now, that would be women. Now, it goes into more detail. Cities with the most single people. Richmond in Virginia has the most single people in America. And Tampa in Florida has the least single. Well, Tampa is Florida and Tampa could be a retirement area, so that all elderly married people, and that's understandable. Now, it goes into more detail. Cities with the most singles. For the most single guys in America, it's Minneapolis in Minnesota, I think. There's more single women in Buffalo in New York, but there's more divorcees in Spokane, WA, that could be Washington State. And at the bottom, there's less single guys in Reno, Nevada, I think that is. And there's less single women in Baltimore. And there's less divorcees in America in Toledo, that could be Ohio. Now, we've got Valentine's Day coming up. 24% of American women are planning to celebrate it. 75% of Americans think it's overrated. I also think it's overrated because it's more of a commercial venture now, just like Christmas. And 22% say Valentine's Day stresses them out. I don't know whether that's guys or women. But 22% are hoping to find a date for St. Valentine's Day. Are those two linked? But of them, 17% of women are hoping to find a date, but 25% of men. Now you got the text telling you all above. Should you research a date online? 38% of women, I agree with that. 51% of the 38% are researching a date online. And 65% of women said it's socially acceptable. I can agree with that. The woman has to protect herself. Now 18% have run a background check on their date. That could be a bit problematic. And 40% admit the date that they looked them up online. But this one finds interesting: dating app frustrations. 75% find it hard to find people to date without looking online. That was because the Tinder and eHarmony and all the rest of them, they've taken out the old-fashioned way of just going somewhere, meeting somebody, seeing if you like them, and doing dating the old-fashioned way. Because 67% of Americans have used dating apps. That, I don't know what the demographic for that is, whether it's guys or women. 69% of dating app users do not like dating apps. Well, in that case, why do you use them? 35% do not feel safe using dating apps. 49%, then again, why does the women use them if they don't feel safe? The main reason for using dating apps is, surprise, surprise, going on a date. To meet friends, you don't need a dating app for that. And for hookups, that could be guys, it could be women, I don't know. 22% men versus 7% of women. So mostly guys are using the dating apps to go to meet friends or hookups. But how Americans feel about being single. Now this is more or less slanting toward MGTOW-ish. 69% are content with being single. 91% are enjoying their independence. 58% are saving money. 24% are going to therapy, becoming their best self. I don't believe that for guys. But these two and this, I do believe, are related to MGTOW. 31% are not content with being single. That could be women. 50% miss being someone physically. 34% feel like their friends are dated or married. 23% don't like being by themselves. So this is women and this is guys. 40% are afraid of being alone forever. That could be 50-50. 30% have gone on dates to try and feel less lonely. 42% have felt judged for being single. That could be a mixture of both men and women. And 27% are judged by immediate family. That could be immigrants. 76% do not trust family and friends to set them up on blind dates. 53%, the more dates they go on, the more they love their pet. That is probably definitely guys. And then it just explained the graph and mythology and fair use, and that's the article. Now, that is single and dating. On the flip side, people that don't want to go on dates, I found this article. Now, this was done January 17th, 2023, or a week last Tuesday. Not interested in dating and the reasons why. And it drops down, you just got out of a relationship and invested in school and work. This could be aimed at guys and also to a degree women. Invested in school and work, this is probably definitely aimed at guys. MGTOW, this could be bettering themselves. You like to avoid drama, this probably definitely with guys. The trust has been broken in the past. That could be guys with the woman cheating on him. They want to follow their own rules. I definitely say that this is a MGTOW reason. Pickiness and extremely high standards, this is definitely a woman's way. As it says, overall, picky individuals might not rule out dating altogether, but will only consider if they find someone they think is the perfect fit for them. I.e., this could be the 80-10 rule or the 90-10 rule in effect. And then we got low self-esteem. Well, if a guy is not getting anything on social media, if we drop back to this one, I can find it. Hard to find people do not feel use dating apps, do not like dating apps. That could be in this area. They are tired of being rejected. That is definitely guys. They still have feelings for their ex. That could be a woman. She thought she could do better, but she found out that she can't. So she wants to get back with her ex, as I've read in many of the commentary on the YouTube videos. And bereavement, if you lost somebody. And then being too old, which would be me. The last time I went on a date was about 44 years ago. And celibacy, if not interested in sex, well, I don't really bother with that anyway, so these two things could link to me. And the conclusion, if you're no interest in dating, it's important to keep in mind there's nothing wrong with you. That's nice to know. And not everyone is obliged to be in a relationship if they don't want to be in one. That's another, that could be a little bit slanting towards MGTOW and the MGTOW philosophy. But if you're reading the list, some of the topics holding you back, which means that we go back to this and dating apps, etc. I'm sorry it's a bit iffy this week, but I couldn't find that much and I've been busy, so this was kind of a rush job video. Anyway, I think we're on the 10-minute mark now, so I'll naturally put the links below so you can have a read of them proper yourself, but I might do a Star Wars one for next Monday because there's something going on there, or I might carry on with see if I can find things for MGTOW. But for now, you know the routine. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe, etc. It's completely up to you. So until next Monday, that's it. Bye-bye.